come to the heart of the Midlands now and the busy town of Sherwood, just 12 miles away from Sherwood Forest, the supposed home of folk hero Robin Hood and his band of merry men. These days, you're more likely to find pigs roaming the countryside rather than men in tights, and I'm here to meet Johnny Pusztai, who runs a local butcher's. So, John, how long have you worked here?
I've worked here, I'll just say, over 30 years, since I was a boy. I started here when I was 12.
So this was your destiny?
Beedham is my destiny, yeah.
Is everything you sell sourced locally?
Everything is sourced locally. The maximum that it travels is 15 miles, which comes from Newark Market. Apart from that, everything is within sort of between 6 and 8 miles.
So you've got your favourite producers that you always go to?
Yes. Normal pork, I believe, is 20 to 22 weeks old. Mine is between 28 and 30 weeks.
And why does that make a difference?
You've got to get fat to get the flavour and get the crackling.
As well as the cuts of meat, you take a lot of pride, though, in your curing and your smoking. You take it quite a step further, don't you?
Yes, yeah. Down in the cellar, I've sort of produced my own air-drying conditions. These are in oak chests, as you can see.
Yeah. How long would it take to dry?
It normally just takes about 2-3 weeks. Some of these are a little bit older, as you can see. And then out the back, we've got our own smokehouse. We've got some hams, then we've got some back bacon, as you can see.
The smell is fantastic, so it gets all of your customers going when they can smell this.
This is normally going Fridays or Saturdays. Get them going and they just love it.
It's crucial, isn't it, to you, to build a great relationship with all of your customers?
Without a doubt, yeah. When they come here, firstly, they want to know that I know what I'm talking about, because 95% of my customers know what they're talking about.
To stuff with tarragon and stuff.
But leave it in the drumstick.
Yeah.
No problem at all. How many are we going for?
3.
3?
2 big, Johnny. Well, the most important person, of course, is Johnny. He's always smiling and happy and helpful, and he's just wonderful. And I always come here to buy my meat.
I will go to any lengths to make sure. And the other thing is, I like to be known as the best. That's important to me.
So, Johnny, this is the shonker.
This is the shonker.
Can I have a little taste?
Of course you can. It's smoked, is that OK?
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to take that?
Yeah. Nice mixture there of fat and meat.
Where do you get the flavour?
It's fantastic, fantastic. Thank you very much for having us, Johnny. It's been a real pleasure.
Pleasure's all been mine, thank you.
Well, Savannah, it looked like you really enjoyed that.
Yes.
But let's have a look and see what Johnny's sent to us today. This is from Johnny Pusztai at JT Beedham and Sons. And he sent us some shonka, and then we got the kolbas, which is like chorizo, so that's that one there. And then we also have the beef.
It's not just his job, but the way he feels about it and the way he feels about his people, his sense of community.
So he's got it's his love, it's his life, it's his hobby, it's the lot.
Yes.
Well, I've already started straight away.
So that you've tried the red wine one?
Like that.
Good. Good.
Super soft to eat, and I have to tell you, quite distinctive in its flavour, and a real soft gentleness of it, because you can get some of these sort of parmas and so forth and so on. Lots of hams that can have a slight little chew on them, no matter how thin they are. This isn't like that. It just gives. It's really, really wonderful. And this one is a bit like the Brezola, is it?
There is, you know, his hams and his cattle. He's got a really great relationship with his farmers. He's got great sausages. But, you know, this curing and this smoking is a big... This is not my favourite.
I've never been a big fan of this sort of style sausage, if you like, where I often find they're quite hard work to eat. Well, I think I'm quite wrong again.
Is it delicious?
So much more tender than I expected. So much more tender.
Isn't it?
And when you look at it, it doesn't sort of scream and shout to you, look at me, I'm going to be soft and tender. It looks to me as if it's going to be quite firm, quite plasticky, and could be almost uninteresting. How wrong I am. What an experience to taste these foods. And this, of course, is from Johnny Pusztai, and he's from JT Beedham and Sons.
I have got 3 favourites.
OK.
Roma in the deli. Johnny, who I just absolutely, I loved him and his passion and his lovely butchery produce. And Matt at Scrumpy.
I've got to agree with you, those 3, a very, very difficult decision to make, because I've got to say, everybody, I mean, that and me, Joe, the Russell Allen, Antoinette, all of them have put in such a lot of hard work. I've got the same top 3.
OK.
So we're agreeing on something there, but, you know...
But you have to decide, Gary. I want them all. They all deserve to win. Because I'm from the Midlands, and, yeah, that's a rubbish excuse.
Well, it's... I've got to say, this is one of the hardest decisions that has to be made, because I've got 3 people there, and, you know, somehow I've got them all on the same level. I think Matt has, yeah, kind of got an edge for me. But there was such a skill. In fact, I've got to give you my winner. So I believe the winner for the Midlands is somebody who's put his life into the Midlands. He's putting life into this product, and I believe he is today's winner. You've helped me along with this decision, so thank you, Savannah. But it's definitely Johnny Pusztai. Congratulations, Johnny. He goes on to the grand final to compete for a £40,000 prize and that title of UK TV Food Local Hero.
Next one, absolutely fantastic butcher, JT Beedham and Sons, and Johnny, who's the butcher there.
Yeah, actually, I've met him.
He's a real character.
He's a live force, you might say, isn't he?
And he's got Hungarian background, and that comes across. He cures his own meats. And that one you've got there, that's the shonka, and it's a Hungarian shoulder of pork. He massages it, cures it, air dries it. It's just quite exceptional, isn't it?
And he has an air dryer. He actually air dries them underneath the butcher shop, doesn't he?
I've been down into his cellar, and at the back he's got a little smokehouse. He loves it. He loves what he does, and he loves his customers.
He sells, I must say, he sells a very good cured meat there.
He's got beef here, beef attia, and then this one is the noja hus is fat that he's cured, a bit like the Italians and their lardo, but it tastes amazing.
How does it differ? I suppose with the spicing that they use.
Yeah, it's his own blend. It's his own secret blend. I was absolutely looking in his things and locking everything away.
Well, so it's like eating silk, that sort of spicy silk.
Absolutely, so soft and delicious.
This is Ashburton Cookery School, which has quite a reputation for good food and was actually nominated for this competition. Didn't make it through to the shortlist, but they have very kindly agreed to let us stage the final here. Fortunately, I have some very high-caliber judges with me today. Food writers Jay Raynor from The Observer and Xanthi Clay from The Telegraph. Quite some competition.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, I think we've got 10 very, very nervous contestants.
But very good ones. Really interesting people who have shown serious commitment to what they do, and I think that's what we're after, isn't it?
Exactly what we're after. But, of course, they're not chefs, so it's really quite some job for them to take on today.
But also, I'm looking for people who are going to be really inspirational.
Absolutely.
And that will drive up the standard of food everywhere.
I don't think they could really have better judges, you know, with food experts, writers. I mean, we've all got our own minds and thoughts on, you know, what is the real key to great food and great flavours. So hopefully between us, we'll all agree. So the 10 finalists are all here. I do hope they're ready to do battle. And, of course, it's show time for us too. You ready, guys?
Absolutely.
So congratulations, here we are. The final. You've done so well to get so far in this competition, but only one of you, of course, can go home as the winner today.
Obviously, we're here looking for the ultimate local food hero. We all know the ingredients you brought and the businesses you run are brilliant, or you wouldn't be here. But what I want to see today is who you are. Difficult, I know. This is a competition and they're tough. But it's you I'm looking for. It's the real personality, who you are, your commitment to food.
And what I'm looking for, though, is, again, more than the food, I want to know about your commitment and your passion and the way that you are bringing that inspiration to other people, out to the wider community, because that's what heroes do.
This is the grand final of Local Food Heroes. Jay and Xanthi are helping me judge, and we are surrounded by Group 1 of this quite tough competition. But they're very lucky today because help is on hand from our 2 chefs, Darren and Rob. It smells great in here, though, doesn't it? It
does.
But I do feel for Group 2, they must be pretty nervous right now.
I'm sure they're chewing their fingernails.
Really excited with a lot of people who have sort of got my passions at heart, so it's really nice.
5 down, 5 to go. Just thought I'd check and make sure. We've got, of course, Johnny Pusztai from the Midlands. So, Johnny, how's it all going? All coming together?
Really well, thank you.
You can see lots of flavours going on that plate there.
Yeah.
So are these all sort of, you know, you've got here, it says air-dried meat platter. Are these what you might call homemade?
Yeah, they're all homemade. They're all done in my shop, in the attic of the shop. It's a big drying room, and then in the cellar we have a special refrigerator.
What's going to be in your Great British Breakfast?
Traditional sausage with shrieker bacon. It's been cured by me. It's off the farm that I use. And the sausages are made in our shop, and it's just everything about it's just traditional.
So absolutely everything we're going to eat of yours has been cured by you, smoked by you.
Everything.
Well, can't really complain, can we?
Cooked by you.
Yes, yeah.
Well, we'll leave you to it, Johnny. You guys, let's see.
I'll ask these guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
Much obliged.
So next we're going to go on to Johnny Pusztai from the Midlands.
Oh. Is that not very, very good? Johnny could be mistaken just for a butcher. But he's not just that, is he?
He's a real skilled man. I think that is superb.
You know, he is a butcher and he's got to cook something, so he does his breakfast, and I think that's marvellous. Try some of his bacon.
Oh, it's crisp, but it's also juicy. I didn't think you could get bacon that good, actually.
But it is very, very difficult. And, of course, what can we say about Johnny Pusztai?
I'm 1 of 10. I can't do anything else. It's up to them guys now.
He's an artisan. He's a real craftsman.
And he's also working in one of those professions which has faced a major challenge from the supermarkets. Just to carry on trading as a butcher is an achievement in itself.